Hello, boys and girls. I will do a commentary on one of our raids because I had some requests to do a guide on the Gnomeregan raid. So I'll just do a commentary on one of our speedruns. Well, not really a speedrun, just a training run, since we're doing like a bunch of those, so we can attempt a decent speedrun in future. This one was like 29 minutes or something, which is not what we are aiming for, but it's still okay since the setup is not really that good. We have a lot of alts intertwining with the groups. We have like each of us has 4 alts that play. Well, aims to have 4 alts. I didn't level up all of them. So I'm just going with Paladin and Priest right now. But anyway, let's get into it. This is before the start.
You need the cooldowns. That's why we're
I'm gonna mute or lower the mic, the sound actually. As you can see by the cooldowns, we are pre-putting nature protection, frost protection, and fire protection potions before we engage the first boss. Since the run counts when you pull the first boss, then the count starts. So we are pre-putting those, so we have the cooldowns for other pots. Let's go forward. Well, you can't see the buffs properly, but you can see the important ones. These are protection pots here. These are strength, fortitude, health regeneration. These are world buffs. This is Gnomeregan world buff that you boon together with the DMF world buff. So you just boon them together and unboon before the first boss. Everything else is standard. As you can see, just rebuffing the blessings that we arranged beforehand. Thanks to Tsakaz, he was doing that actually. I'm just clicking. Now we're waiting for the first boss. What you do here is mostly DPS as a healer, because there is not much to heal. You just pump DPS as much as you can. AoE, of course. Adds are really not that hard. Occasionally we will have green cloud spawning. That will make it even easier. So tank just needs to kite the mobs to the green cloud and they will die instantly. As you can see, there's nothing. Plenty to heal, just occasional damage. We go inside these tunnels so we kill them faster, so they spawn faster. Making sure to keep the Seal of the Crusader up and Sheet of Light up. One more wave, so 3 waves here. Same thing, Consecration, Divine Storm. And keeping the buffs up. Next tunnel. As you can see by the notification I got from the Addon, cloud spawned. Now we're chasing them. Well, bringing them to the cloud, they just disappear. You can drink in between these waves. I didn't have to before, now I'm having a few sips. Cloud spawned again, just bringing them there. Now we go for the boss. I'm pretty much solo healing the entire thing. We have a Shadow Priest that helps with the Vampiric Embrace thing, so he can pump some decent healing passively. Also, you have an arcane mage doing the same. Here you just keep Beacon of Light on the tank, keep Hots rolling on the tank, and on the one that Chomper will hit the Add thingy. Add will cast this Petrify stun on his high threat target. Just keep them, whoever takes aggro, keep them safe. We pull the boss back a bit before he dies, so we are closer to the exit. And we can pop Swiftness Potions and go. I was late with Swiftness Potion a bit, but it was okay. We're still getting a hang of the entire run, like timings and shit. Here we popped down with Swiftness Potion, we engaged the boss immediately. No waiting, no anything, just pump. It was a bit hard for me because I had to heal everyone up from the fall damage. Important thing on this boss is to kill the adds that he will spawn immediately. These irradiated goose. We just stun them and pump as much damage as we can so they don't transform in these desiccated fallouts. If they spawn, no big deal, just kill them. It's just faster if you don't spawn them at all. I bubble this sludge thingy that he leaves behind. Melee should be careful there, they need to move out of it. You see the icons on the raid frames, like the disease thingy, that's who is standing in the shit. So they need to keep an eye out for that. And if you can't move at that moment, just bubble or pop some cooldown if you're under the class. Immediately we continue. I need on everything because I had a lot of room, so I'm just needing, and I'm gonna give the loot after the raid. I'm trying to drink here, but not really that much time. So I will ask for innervates soon, I think. Yeah, you should communicate innervates to keep them up all the time. And you should put them somewhere on your screen so you can track the cooldown. I didn't do that, just telling you that you should and I should. Okay, I have the innervate now, we just continue. Since we're trying for some decent time, we just keep pulling. I failed on some of the potion cooldowns. I could have drank here the mana pot, I should have. But I'm not sure when to pop the swiftness potion, so I'm scared to use the mana pot. Because if they pop swiftness potion and you don't have it, it's probably a wipe. And you will see later on one of those fails when I didn't have a cooldown for swiftness potion and I fucked up badly with coming on time. It wasn't just my fault, we failed with dropping down the engineering stuff. You just continue to pull these, you just never stop going. You kill them while you're taking them down. This is a really hard part to heal, especially alone. Since you have no mana. I had ample opportunity to pop mana pots, but I didn't because I was always anticipating some announcement of swiftness potions, so that's really, really important to know. Here you just bomb, you use grenades, as you could probably see. Where was it? Here. Yeah, dynamites. We could have used probably some target dummies here, but yeah, Mir actually used one. Could have used more. Anyways, just constant AoE damage, constant damage taken by everyone. Here I need to pop, soon I need to pop swiftness potion. I popped mana potion, that was like the first thing that almost caused the wipe. Okay, they start running, they pull everything, then they keep going. And there's like, as you can see, they pop swiftness potions and I'm slow as fuck. Need to keep everyone alive, and I have nothing to cast on the move except Holy Shock, so that's Cancer. Fortunately, we have like Shadow Priest for group 1. They can get some heals passively from Vampiric Embrace. But the other group is struggling. Since I can't stand and heal, I need to...
Beacon of light.
Okay, I bopped. This was a bop on the druid. Saved him. And now we should have popped a lot more target dummies, and we didn't. As you can see, I'm struggling to keep everyone alive. It's fucking insane. Just because I was late for Swiftness Potion. But somehow we manage. I'm low on mana again now. I need to pop target dummy and pop mana pot as soon as it's up. I'm gonna use the trinket for mana regen as soon as I have a few seconds of time. I pop shield to stop the death there. That was kinda lucky. Now I'm channeling the trinket for mana regen just to get some mana before the pot. Now the mana pot is off cooldown. When I stabilize a bit, I will have time to drink mana potion. Hopefully. I'm just spamming tank because I don't have enough mana to cast the beacon. And it's cancerous. I'm popping shield. Sacred shield to proc the absorb. I pop mana pot. Now I can cast the beacon of light. And spam out everyone else to full and the tank to full. Luckily we didn't wipe, but still we had a lot of deaths. So basically that's the timing issue. When you learn the timings properly, it will be a lot easier. I'm drinking and others are rezzing, so I can drink up and buff up people. Since we are going for speed here, we just go as fast as we can. I'm drinking to regain at least half of my mana and buff some more people. You could have seen that I popped Lay on Hands on myself at one point to regen that mana, and it helped me a lot. Popping Seal of Wisdom to throw on the boss, since we could use some regen now. When I judge Seal of Wisdom, I immediately switch to Seal of Crusader and start DPSing and healing. This boss is mostly tank and spank. You have this Gnomeregan smash he casts. You just don't want to be in front of him. And that's about it. He has one more cast, like the claw thingy, that you can, as a paladin, you can bop the target, so it will help a lot. If you have a paladin, if you are a paladin, you just bop someone. Blessing of Protection, that is. And that's it. Nothing too hard here, like Shadow Priest is probably enough here to heal his group, and you just heal the others. That's about it. Nothing really that hard. If people know how to avoid shit, it's no big deal. He didn't cast that thing yet. The claw. That's it. Now, let's go next. Fast forward this. He's just running the corridors, picking up trash. We will kill these here and then skip the next room. You will see the skip. You just stick to the left wall. You enter here. And just stay on the left wall, hugging the left wall totally. Since you can pull by accident if you're not sticking to the wall. Now it's just running again, pulling the entire room and taking them with us to the elevator.
Beacon of light.
We can dynamite here. And you should dynamite here. I think he's taking some extra damage because he's not kiting them. You should kite if you're tanking this. When you have some slows, you should always try to kite mobs and never take the full damage. It's a lot better. By accident we pull this Frostwalker too. But it's no big deal. We just deal with that. We jump down the elevator and yeah, this was literally jumping down. Have the boss, but we will pull the mobs first. We need to clear. Pulling mobs. Make sure you kill the alarm bots really fast so he doesn't call for backup. Flame Walker is a bit cancerous. He does a lot of AoE damage in front of him, so you can stay back, I guess, to minimize the damage and have a easier time of healing. But if you can interrupt and use Hammer of Justice properly, it will be okay. In Pugs, this is cancer. I was doing this in Pugs with my priest and it was fucking retarded. No one ever interrupted it, so it was a lot of damage. Pulling more mobs, killing everything.
Beacon of light.
AoEing, healing. Just gonna fast forward that so we don't spend that much time. Here is the boss pull. We are in one range camp, a bit farther from the boss.
Beacon of light.
We have one guy, Ismadox, the mage, dealing with the ability that he casts on people. You see him moving out. He moved out on the right side, so he basically decides which group gets the cast, either melee or range. So we're just standing in our spot and that's it. This magnetic pulse that Snud has, he will just move to the other side of melee. If melee is on the right, he will move to the left, and that's about it. Otherwise, you just heal the guys that take damage from this cast he does, and you can preemptively cast shields. You see the cast static arc. You know who it will target, because if it targets range one try, next cast he will cast on melee. So right now he cast it on me. I popped a shield on myself to proc the absorb. If you know what you're doing, it's not a hard fight, but for Pugs, this is actually insanely hard most of the time. If one guy fucks up, it can be a wipe. But yeah, that's about it. Nothing too hard. Another run. We pop swiftness potion here and innervate, and we just keep bringing mobs. These guardians have the reflect, so be careful, especially if you're a caster, you need to be careful about when you do damage, since they can reflect. We gather them, we kill them, watch for the mines, kill the mines, pop dynamites. When you see like a huge AoE numbers of damage, that's me casting dynamite. It's basically required to have engineering on speedruns. Arcane explosion does a decent amount of AoE damage, so it's a bit tricky as a paladin, especially when it's solo. As you can see, like Pretty's group, the Shadow Priest group is almost always full because Shadow Priests are really insane. With passive healing, they just pop Vampiric Embrace and pump damage in that target, and it's insanely good. So if you have a good Shadow Priest, it will help a lot. Like, insanely good passive healing. I'm out of mana again. Now I pop potion. How did Zenmei die? Probably aggro. Trying to stabilize. Just popped Divine Sacrifice, so I'm taking more damage and I can focus on myself instead of everyone else. Popping Beacon. Waiting for res and drinking some more dynamites. Not really optimal on such low target count, but never mind. I'm drinking while they res Zenmeow. Having a cigarette in real life. Don't smoke. Don't be stupid like me. Okay, I grabbed a bit of mana. We continue with the fucking trash. I hate this trash, to be honest, as a paladin. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's not when you pull normally, but for speedruns you have to pull everything all the time. Trying to keep Seal of the Crusader and Sheet of Light up, it can be difficult on these AoE pulls where you can't really have any time doing anything else but spamming heals. But yeah, you should try it at least once per minute. Boss is after this, yeah, the council boss. It's a tricky fight, to be honest, but for most people it won't be when you have more healers, but we're trying to do like one healer and other hybrid guys to try how it works. It works okay. Even with Paladin, it would be probably 10 times easier with the Priest. So I'm assuming that the meta will be that you run this Priest as a solo healer and others as like Shadow Priest as help, since they do a lot of damage anyway, so you should be good. This boss is like a council fight. This chicken, you can't be close to it, it will stun you, and range does the damage on the chicken. On the sheep, sorry. I was talking about sheep. Melee can't be close to her. So only range does that. You click these buttons when you're out of mana, when you're low on mana, it will give you a cooldown for 25 seconds. So just pop those buttons on cooldown and it will help with mana a lot. You basically have to use them since the fight is insane with healing. There's a shit ton of damage and shit ton of stuff to do. The other mob, the dragon, it's important to check where he's turning for the breath. You can't get hit by the breath. And that's about it. Healing wise, you will have mostly healing on tanks, since they will deal with these three that they are kiting around. Also, range should kill the bombs that are spawned in melee. It's a lot easier for them. Now, you can see the sheep, but she has that shield. Your add-ons will tell you stop attacking. Like, you see this lightning thingy around her. That basically means she will reflect all damage, so don't hit it. I bubbled here so I can cross safely to catch the tanks. They are getting raped, totally raped. And you see how fucking retarded this is. I didn't cast beacon light on time, and I was too close to the sheep, as you can see. Learn on my mistakes. The breath just misses me. I mean, I knew where to stand, but still, it was painful to watch. And the most important thing, all of them need to die at the same time, as you probably know so far. When you kill them, just run away as fast as you can, so you don't pull the last boss. Then recuperate, drink, buff yourself if you need to. I didn't die the entire run until now, so nothing too important to buff. Well, let's speed it up. We lost too much time here, to be honest. When you pull this boss, don't hit it, don't do anything before the tank does, because it will hit you hard. Judge Wisdom, switch to Crusader, and we split the assignments for like these pillars. These pillars will drop bombs. So we split, like, I take number 2, doesn't matter. We all split up so range can take all the pillars. There are six pillars, so like 2 people can cover 3 pillars on one side, 2 people can cover 3 pillars on the other side. However, it's easy for you, but basically when the bomb starts spawning, range needs to kill the bombs ASAP. It means like instantly switch to bombs and kill it. Mages can do it, warlocks can do it, priests can do it. Everyone can do it. Just take care of the bombs and this fight becomes a lot easier than you might think. And of course, if bombs spawn here on pillar 2, I need to run here and click this button to stop them spawning. That's really important, and it can be really hard for healers if you are alone. So that's why you'll see me sometimes not looking at the boss at all, just looking at these sides. If someone clicked the bomb thingy, the button, you will see this red button on their frames, at least on LUI. It's how it's set up. Mostly the tank needs healing here, and everything else should be manageable at this phase 1. Yeah. Now, we need to click the button, but I can't move from healing the tank. He's getting annihilated with this. And now it's number 2. Okay, mage will get it again. We, of course, communicate this on Discord, so it's not that chaotic as you might think. Tank went to kite, he didn't communicate it properly, and I didn't pay attention properly, so that could have been bad, but it wasn't. Okay, forward Phase 2.
Click button.
Click button. Click button.
FAP soon.
You should use what's it called?
FAP now.
Freedom.
Click
Free action potion or freedom. When you need, like when you're on high stacks, because this thing stacks. You see the icons on the raid frames, the Frost Nova thing. Okay, here comes the bombs. I press the button. It can happen sometimes too that you have like same pillar pumping bombs. You just need to call for backup there. You can't click the button for like 30 seconds. You can dispel this, but no big deal on such small stacks. I think this is the part that we failed. This guy pops disease.
Click button.
And of course the bombs do disease too, so you need to be careful. If you stand in like, you get stacks and you die really quickly if you stand in poison.
Beacon of light.
You see this radioactive bomb.
Beacon of light.
Mage is dealing with them nicely. Stun this one and going to get them to stop coming out. I click the button, bubble, and this is where I made a mistake because I thought I didn't. I had more time to move, and look where I'm standing, right in the middle of it, 5 stacks, and I'm dead.
Click button.
I pressed a bubble, of course it was on cooldown, and my fucking bad. Luckily we had other people helping with heals and shit. So we somehow managed to survive. We don't have a res cooldown, it's like in I don't know how many minutes. So Pretty and Ismedox cover the healing now. They need to spam the tank and get us the kill. This is the kiting part, so this is good time to recuperate a bit. Tank is getting raped, but they managed to keep him alive somehow. And that's the fight. After this, the small gnome Engineer Thermaplug comes and you just one-shot him or whatever. And that's about it. Thanks for watching, boys and girls, and see you in the next one. I hope you get some experience from this run. As you can see, I made a lot of mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, so just keep practicing and going, and that's about it. This was around 30-minute run. As you can see, it can be a lot faster if you don't lose people, so like 20 minutes is realistically really possible, and that's around the world first is 19 minutes, I think. The best time, I mean, for the best time for speedrun. Thank you and see you in the next one. Bye bye.